I wanna be the very best.
Fancy, we
Like
aren't
no
doing that.
one ever
Stop
was.
singing. Shut up!
Oh, we aren't doing this crap? Then why is it still in the script? Pokemon is pretty popular. Doom mods are pretty everywhere. There's a lot of Doom mods. So you think that there'd be a ton of different mods centered around Pokemon, right? And well, no, not really. It's hard to find mods purely focused on Pokemon. But what is here, I think is pretty satisfying. So let's start. Spoiler alert, all these mods are going to be called Pokemon Doom in some way. This is probably the most well-known one, and it's pretty cool, impressive even. I mean, it's Pokemon Doom. Basically a recreation of Gen 1 and 2, but in Doom. And I mean, the route is the exact same, like shockingly so. There's no story really or anything, you just go around killing all sorts of Pokemon. I wish I had the older versions where Pikachu was gigantic and Cubone, Totodile, and Charmander had guns and crap. Like, those are some pretty popular Doom skins, you know? So when starting out, the first thing you'll notice is your ears are bleeding now, from the insane amount of sound effects blasting you. Like, if I play unedited footage, I might just kill one of you guys. So be ready to lower your sound settings if you're playing this. But yeah, this mod is rapid paced. Maps are split into very small increments. So you'll go from Pallet Town to Viridian City to Viridian Forest, you know how it is. The amount of Pokemon represented here is really impressive actually. This is a Doom mod with like over 100 enemies, each with their own attacks too. Shame most of them are melee, you don't actually get to see their attacks often. Another thing you'll notice is the infinite ammo they give you at the start of every map. This mod wants you to go all out, and I can see why, because enemies take forever to kill. You can find power-ups, runes under the guise of things like protein, calcium, zinc, and that kind of evens the ground, but god, this can take forever. Not that you have to kill most enemies, but that's probably because they'll kill you first. I mean it, you get torn to shreds by every Pokemon here. I guess in some ways you can say it's pretty accurate for if a Pokemon actually attacked you. But dang, you can get straight up one-shotted by some of these guys. Ow! Okay, that's it. Keegan! Give me the arms. Yeah! Sorry, I'm having fun. Even with combined arms, I was still struggling with some of these fights. Like, holy crap, look at this. I think the strongest aspect of this mod is the areas. It's cool to get this 3D tour of places in Kanto and Johto. Although if you don't remember these areas, things can get extremely rough, because this mod expects you to. I got lost in Silphco for probably a few years. I really like the dynamic music too, shifting between areas as you do something like step into a gym or a Poke Center. I mean it when I say it's faithful, even to some of the gym gimmicks. Like, yeah, maybe there's more impressive ways to see these worlds in 3D nowadays, I don't know, but I think this is pretty cool. Even though I don't always like how they don't tell you where to go, it's cool to use your knowledge, like, oh yeah, I can't go into the Azalea gym until I go down the Slowpoke well. Or wait, I can't go see Jasmine, I gotta go to the lighthouse and kill the Ampharos. Sorry. I mean, these aren't the most detailed recreation. A lot of the insides of buildings are just empty in terms of detail, really just copy pasted. And after a while, this mod kind of turns my brain into mindless mush, not entirely in a good way. But yeah, it's faithful, but believe it or not, these maps weren't originally designed for a first-person shooter. This mod is mostly just big areas with a bunch of enemies, no real design. Part of me deep down feels like I'd probably like this more if there weren't any enemies and I was just exploring and seeing this world in 3D. I found the second half of the campaign, the Johto part, to be way better, but maybe that's just because I like Johto more. And halfway through Johto, just like in the game, the time of day goes to night, which is just so much more prettier than the horrible white sky you see at first. Who would have thought? These areas are just so much cooler. It was really cool going to Goldenrod City, fighting the Rhydon in the middle of the town during a bright night, buildings everywhere. That just feels cool, man. I don't know. Udric has the Tin Tower, that you can actually go into, and yes, it really is the Tin Tower. And at the top you have this battle against Ho-Oh, and you know the craziest part is, this is all optional. I could have just walked out of the town and moved on to the next map. But no, they put this here for people like me. I really like how after beating the Blackthorn gym, which gyms are basically just enemies everywhere, it's like run in and got in, get the badge and get the hell out. But anyways, you get this cool mountain run down to the finale. You can feel the height here a lot more than you could in a simple 2D game. So yeah, it kind of took me until like halfway through the mod to actually start enjoying it. But I don't know, I still felt too weak. Enemies ate me alive and I was basically flicking them when it came to damage. The final fight is funny. You go to Mount Silver fighting the 3 legendary beasts. Yes, legendary beasts, not dogs, beasts. And then encounter Ho-Oh on top of the mountain. Yeah, wait, come back. So that's cool. But then Lugia shows up and they start infighting. Yeah, get 'em. Woo. Guys, what do you, okay. And then it just ends. Well, that was mixed. I appreciate the effort that went to all the enemies and the map layout. Kinda sucks from a gameplay perspective, but I thought it was cool. I enjoyed my time here, but I recommend you pull out your favorite overpowered weapon mod though, because this gets kinda boring, but maybe I shouldn't have been fighting everything. Alright, I know what you're thinking, Spacey, I'm sick of you. And yeah, me too. But I know you're really wondering this. Where is the Pokemon gameplay at? And I agree. You don't shoot Pikachu in Pokemon. At least not on the ones I played, but where's the capturing and the summons of your pocket monsters? I was wondering that too. Well, not really, because I've known about this next mod since it first came out. But I'm gonna act. I'm always a fan of mods that let you summon monsters to fight for you. I always found that gameplay of fighting alongside other characters fun. It makes a nice substitute for playing with real people, for people who are lonely and sad. Imagine that. So if you're looking for that kind of gameplay, well, check this out. And no, this isn't some ROM hack. This is a mod by the one and only Kate Fox. One of the coolest Doom modders out there, one of the biggest innovators out there. You think Super Mario 64 Chaos Edition started the trend of chaos hacks for games? It did, but before that, there was a random mod. What a genius. But back in 2010, she came out with the heat. I remember following this mod when it first came out. Pokemon Doom Titanium. It's Pokemon Doom without any Pokemon, but it's got the gameplay. You start out with your starter Pokemon, which is kind of broken. Firestarter is Imp and the other two are just Zombie Man. Even if the intro shows other potential starters, this isn't really finished. But this is Pokemon Doom. You go around with your starter, throwing them out to fight other enemies, and then when that enemy gets weak, throw an empty ball and catch them. Add them to your team. There's a ton of items here too. Hell, you can even go around and collect money for the shop. If it's not obvious, you actually can't attack in this mod. You can use the laser beam to recall Pokemon to actually stun enemies, helping out your Pokemon, I mean monsters, in fights. Hell, if there's really a problem monster, just throw a ball at them to get them out of the way. I'll catch you later, man. As your monsters level up, you do too. Your level being how much HP you can have maximum, and it's determined by the average level of all of your monsters, so you want to keep everyone balanced. There's even a whole typing thing that I don't really understand, but with that and the levels, everyone is kinda on even ground. The only other option include commanding your monsters to go to certain spots or attack certain enemies, but the AI can be kinda rough in situations. But I don't think anything beats the feeling of being in a tight spot and throwing out all of your teammates to help you out. Hell yeah, man, I feel like a real Pokemon trainer. These are the real pocket monsters. I guess the flaw here is pretty obvious. Maps take a while to beat, and if you accidentally get separated from your party members, that's some scary crap. And recalling your monsters also takes some time, and that time kinda adds up. One of the coolest things about this mod though is the support it has for custom monsters. I'm not smart enough in this field to get any of this crap to work. In fact, I've ruined several versions of this mod attempting to add custom monsters. I wish someone would make and post their own compatibility patches with some randomizers. I'm also kind of curious on how multiplayer works, but you know, no friends. There definitely was a lot more planned for this, and it's a shame it will never be finished. But what we got here is pretty awesome. Rock on, Kate Fox. Okay, so we got a mod with Pokemon, but no Pokemon gameplay. And then we got a mod with no Pokemon, with Pokemon gameplay. Where the hell is the mod that has both? The truest, purest Pokemon mod. Well, it doesn't exist to my knowledge. But Scorn Demon sure tried. Pokemon RPG looked cool, but it ultimately stopped being worked on. I remember Scorn was asking on the forums for 3D models, like stadium models, which have probably been ripped now, but whatever. Of all the mods I looked at today, this kind of looked like the most in-depth, you know, it had like trainer battles and all that, but it's long been abandoned. Nowadays, Scorn is like remaking the Five Nights at Freddy games in Doom, which honestly, I don't care about FNAF. But these looks pretty well done. Who knows, man, maybe one day. Scorn makes good stuff. I'm sad I never checked out that Hexen RPG server back when Scorn posted it, man.
Gorgeous!
Holidays! Soundy? What's up? I just finished the video, why are you interrupting post-render? You didn't do your research, Spacey. You missed one. No way. What'd I miss? Check the WAD archives again. Let me see. Huh? What is this? Pokemod? Where can I find this? There we go. I found you. I can't believe it. I completely forgot about the Mega Man 8-bit Deathmatch community. They're always whacking out. This was right under my beak. How did I miss it? So what is this? A third-person MOBA shooter with Pokemon elements? I smell ambition. Alright, apologies for the crusty JPEG vision here. This is just how it looks like when I record Mega Man 8-bit Deathmatch. Maybe it's the program I'm using. Any tips would be nice. But yes, you can think of this as a Pokemon class-based shooter. It's third person, you choose a Pokemon and you play, whatever mode you feel like. Just like normal class-based modification. You have 4 moves which depending on your level and if you find TMs can change. But these attacks are all unique and pretty fun to use. I like Fire Spin, putting a wall of fire behind your opponent to force them to close in. The PP system is really dope too. You have a reload bar to restore some of your PP for the move that's on, but then you have to wait for the bar to fill up again before you can refill again, right? The thing is that this bar goes for all moves, so you have to choose which move you want to restore before the cooldown starts again. Status moves like Sword Dance and Curse can be activated and deactivated whenever. While activating, it will slowly drain the PP of the move. This is rad, man. There's a ton of Pokemon to choose from too. There's even a shop to buy items and you can evolve and well, the server I was playing on was set to rental mode, where evolving, leveling, and all that can actually happen. For that reason and the fact that this mod is still in beta, I'm choosing not to fully review it until later. I know, I don't double dip when it comes to mods, but I'm not really covering this mod now. But in normal progression mode, everyone starts as a stage 1 Pokemon, and throughout the match you level up, gain new moves, evolve, buy items. Yes, it is a MOBA in that sense. When you die, you spawn in a safe zone to buy items. The mode the server I was on was set to King of the Hill, which might be the best for this, I'm not sure. But I just imagine a game mode that goes on for like 20-30 minutes depending on how fast progression is, and all the players progressing through the match, choosing what moves they want, evolving, leveling. Maybe there'll be random events that you could take advantage of to get extra levels or items or something. Maybe there'll be like NPCs and crap. It's exciting to think about. Or maybe like held items, you know? Some stuff to influence your stats so you can build a certain way. Maybe I want a fast Marshtomp but they have like no HP. Or maybe I just want a slow, tanky Charizard that just burns everything. I'm just making this crap up. None of this will probably be in the final version. But I can see this being really fun. With the right game mode and map, I want to play this when it's finished. But I couldn't turn on normal progression mode for this, so I'm setting this one on the burner for now, because it could be really good. This is the Pokemon MOBA game you Pokemon fans really want. Okay, this video is going back to normal because I actually found out about this mod after rendering the video. So I'm gonna act like I never heard about it. So feel free to laugh at past space. Yeah, I laugh at it all the time. And well, yeah, that's it. I don't know. Doom and Pokemon just don't have a lot of crossover. Nightmare Reaper had a Pokeball-like item. That's kind of like Doom. Maybe better. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm just overestimating Doom mods. But hey man, these two mods are pretty cool. And I think you should check them out. And you know where to check them out because the links are in the description as always. I'm out of here. Okay, we're returning to the end screen because a lot of people were asking for music and I figured I could put it here. Listen up, you doomies. Yeah, the memers took the doomer term from us, so now we're doomies. Do y'all actually care about my Doom content? Like, I had a giant Xmas mods video planned and I had all the footage and the script. I even extracted a bunch of Xmas MIDI and it didn't even pan out, so now we're gonna listen to some of it here. And before that, I still have footage for some Doom RPG mods I like back from November. But I don't know, man. Do people actually want to hear me talk about this stuff? I don't know. I just feel better talking about random indie games, you dig? I don't know if I still have a Doom audience, you know? Considering there's a lot of other people like me that review Doom mods that people actually like. But jokes on them, I'm the one that talks about the cool mods. Anyways, tell me what you think. I feel kind of stressed. I feel like a lot of people want me to look at mods, and I don't know, man, it gets to me. So yeah, tell me what you think, or tell me to eat dick. I'll end up doing it either way. Peace.